Greetings to. I would like to play another game, and the opponent play d4. So I play g6, and he plays bishop f4. He's probably trying to play London system. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Bishop g7, e3. Yeah, it looks like a London system. Knight f6. And I will play Indian scheme for the defense, and I think it will be good against London system. Yeah, c3. He protects. He doesn't want to take the pawn. He protects. I even castle, and he doesn't take the pawn. So it means that he is gonna play it standard system, but now I see the difference, so it should be h3, not h4. I play queen b6 to attack the pawn b2 and put pressure on d4 as well. The opponent played b3, which is unusual. Usually play queen b3 or queen c2, queen c1, I don't know. Now he plays h5. I don't know what's the idea. Yeah, the early attack on the king side, but unfortunately the white didn't develop yet. So I developed my bishop. So on f5, and the bishop will protect my king side as well. King pawn on castle pawn on h7. So I think my bishop will play a role of a big of the pawn on g6 just in case, and also it will be able to attack the entire diagonal. So I captured the pawn on d4, and he recaptured. So now I just need to prepare the second attack with e5, knight c6, and also meantime I also want to attack with a knight on c2, and he prepared a3, so I attack e5. Actually knight c6 was a very nice move. It shows attack to any direction. In fact, I played e5, and now without pawn on d4, white position looks a little bit weak, little bit strange. There is no center. There is no strategic center where the queen can hide and what to put. I mean, white has no center at all. So now he returns to f3. He prevents me to play on e4. I play e5, e4. I move the pawn on e4. And after that I want to move the pawn on d5. First of all, I open this way e4 and knight d5. I open attack on the rook on a1. So I think the best, I'm thinking play to g4 and take the bishop, black bishop, but I think it's not important. But on the other hand, there is an attack on e3. So if I play knight d5, I can after that sacrifice the knight on e3, and then I will have advantage, I guess, against undeveloped knight g1, undeveloped king's side. I can even move my bishop to d4. Okay, so I sacrifice the knight, and I don't know. So far it looks not very conclusive, because the king can anytime move to d1. The queen will move, but in the same time, yeah, and also knight h3. Knight h3, then no, knight h3 I can, but maybe I can attack the pawn g2, because pawn g2 cannot be protected. If the king moves, then the king can move. But if the king can move, I take the knight on d2. And I also have a chance from here to attack the queen. I have a chance to attack the queen with the pawn. So right now, the advantage is I can play pawn e3. He attacked me with a knight. Knight h3, so I think I can take g2, and now I can kill any of these pieces, any of this rook, bishop and knight, at least anything he suggested. So if he play rook g1, I can take bishop h2, and rook f1 I can take knight, because now I plan also to play e3. Maybe he will take my pawn, but if he takes my pawn, then I can play knight d4 as well. Bishop f4. He tries to protect his bishop, but this is very bad, because now I can play e3. He tries to protect his bishop, and he loses exactly like knight and rook, or he loses a bishop. He loses a queen. So this was incorrect move to protect the bishop. Of course, his position is destroyed already and he will lose, but for the sake of the beauty of the game, one shouldn't protect the bishop the last moment, because now he lost everything. So now knight c6, I can I can try to attack and win the rook. So I will move my knight to c2, and he needs to, after the check, he needs to capture my knight with a rook. So now I will have a rook or queen, and also rook for the knight. I still have a chance to continue attack on the king. Of course, I take the pawn and maybe exchange the bishop on d4, and this way I definitely reduce or simplify the position and checkmate the king. Let's analyze the game. I think I could checkmate him somewhere when my queen was on e3. I moved to g5, but I could move my bishop to d4 and try to checkmate him. I think I would win him much better. Anyway, the game, it was nice combination with the sacrificing the knight, and let's check what the game review suggests. Okay, so let's start the game. d4, d5, g6, f bishop develops, my bishop develops too, knight f6. The opponent's structure looks like a London system. I play c5, I play Indian scheme, very efficient, maybe the most efficient scheme against the London system, because mostly people try to play some sort of queen's gambit schemes against the London system, but in that case the white don't play c4, and therefore the sharpness of the position disappear, and white play the game close to the draw. Black tries to protect, and most people feel tired of that, and then they just give up and surrender. Give up, or maybe blunder some pieces and surrender. But in this variation, the Indian variation is always sharp against black, whatever black structure or construct against Indian defense. It's always sharp, and therefore it's always interesting to play, even against actually especially against passive structure like London defense. Okay, he plays c3. Yeah, it's London defense. I play castle, and then he plays h4. He wants to attack my king. Very nice, and no problem. So I developed the bishop or the queen, and he moved his pawn forward. I don't know why he didn't want to play queen d4. It would be very common. But in any case, I played d6. I just finished my development. H5, and in this case there is no trouble. I just take the pawn, and after that I develop the bishop on f5. After he took my pawn with the bishop, I think his attack should stack here, because I developed the bishop, and different from usual case when in Indian defense, when the bishop black bishop instead of moving f5 play to d7 and attacking the queen side. In this case the bishop can help me in defense. So knight d2, I capture the pawn, and notice his knight moves to d2 instead of c3, just because of the London structure of the pawns doesn't allow develop pieces well. I play knight c6, and he plays a3, e5. Now I start I start attacking this, continue attacking the center. Now with e5, and I recaptured the pawn. He moved his bishop to a2, and in this position engine said that okay, so far it was little bit not good for white. I mean the position a little bit not good, -1, and right now the position becomes super bad. So what the engine suggests is bishop g5 instead. It's a just more active move, variation, bishop g5. But the way he played bishop g5 again, and he moved his bishop somewhere strange way. I play rook d8, and for the opponent the best suggested way is okay, maybe I'll do the analysis again. So let's perform the analysis of this position of this game. And so the opponent played d4, I play g6, and so far I think it's typical moves. I play my Indian scheme, and he plays his I mean the system looks like a London system. I play c5. I think Indian scheme is one of the most effective against London system, because in Indian scheme all the pieces are developed according to the natural way, very well for the defense. However, in London system you have pawn c3, very inactive move. So all the pawns are clinched each other, protect each other, but the pieces cannot develop, like the knight cannot develop to c3. Okay, play castle, then h4. This is strange. At least it's not suggested. Suggested move to h3, so he tried to play something sharp. And I play queen b6. He can play queen b3, queen d2, but he plays strange, in queen c2, or maybe even queen c1. but he played strange b3. This actually not so good for London system in general, so I could find some way to attack this weak pawn on c3 now. But okay, for now I'm considering developing my pieces and not thinking about the attack. He attacks my kingside, king's castle, and so right now I'm thinking, yeah, cd bishop. I'm thinking about taking the pawn. It's not the main move in this. The engine doesn't suggest the main move, but right now I can develop my bishop on f5, and my bishop will, in addition, protect my my position. So now knight d2. He needs to develop his knight on d2, not c3. And now I'll take the pawn. He recapture, and I play knight c6. Yeah, knight c6 is actually a suggested move. So right now, so the move suggested for white is knight c4, is active move to kick my queen, and bishop e2, and also bishop f3. But the opponent, I don't know. He protects the possible attack on a king. Okay, I understand. And I play, therefore I play e5, de, and I take 2, and now suggested move is bishop g5 or knight c4 or bishop g3, but the opponent plays strange move to h2. This is actually not so nice move, because he blocked his own rock, and the rook protects the bishop h4. So I play rook a d8, and now I have keep in mind that my bishop, or I can take the bishop just in case, and attack his knight with the queen or somehow. So he finally returns his bishop back. But yeah, he also need to keep in mind that I can attack his knight on d2. So this is why he probably returned the bishop back, but it doesn't help this way so much. Now he will move it forward further, and right now he blocked his knight development. So the position of black is actually, the position of black should be very good in comparison to white. And now, what is suggested moves? Yeah, knight d5 is a good move. I attack the rook the same time, and I want to attack. Yeah, I want to attack the pawn and on e3. Strange. The white, the engine doesn't suggest even to protect the rook. Perhaps it's understand that it will be an attack. Knight takes e3. So well, the engine suggests that move. Oh, amazing that I followed it. So fe, queen e3. And after that, I was thinking first about d4, but then I decided to attack the pawn. Maybe, okay, let's check what the engine suggests. Now knight h3, king f1, and queen, bishop c7. He played bishop, queen c2. And suggested move is knight e5. Yeah, also good move. Knight, what? Knight e5. Knight e5 is this move. Then the bishop cannot take because it will be checkmate in 2 moves. Yeah, it's actually good. Maybe better than what I did. I was thinking about bishop d4. And in this case, yeah, this why I didn't, no. It should be taken. Bishop takes the knight, and now rook g1. Gh. And queen check. King moves. Bishop e3. And in this position, okay, black win. Fantastic game. Black win actually very easy way. Rook g1 check. So king h8, and now queen c3 check. Knight d4. Bishop e5 check. Oh boy, it's very complicated game now. f6. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Rook f1, and I take. He takes, and rook takes. King moves. Rook d3. King moves, and rook take h3. This position, it's interesting. Position of black, of course, now is good. Black has 2, 4, 5 pawns instead of 2 pawns. But I wouldn't say that this position is somehow super good. Super good because you still have different pawns. Yes, it's technically it's a win position, but still need some time to win. I expected much easier, much less complicated game, because here black and white plays only moves. Only moves in each step. So I played queen g5, still supposed to win. So in that case, knight gf3, and I already win the. So it suggested that he knight gf3, and I already win. Win the knight. No, wait. Knight gf3, ef, knight takes, queen h6, because the queen is supposed to take the bishop and attack the queen at the same time. But what if I take the bishop here, the rook here? Oh, no, if I take the capture the pawn, so rook g1, and then I take rook g1, and he takes, and I take, and I have an extra rook. No, I have an extra, not the rook, but if he takes this bishop, then I will have an extra rook for for the bishop, and also 4 pawns. So my position is good too. But what if I take? He takes, so we still have 3 and 3. So no. Then of course taking the bishop, the pawn was actually good. Okay, so interesting position. I'm supposed to win it anyway. So now let's check what happens in the game, how it happens in the game, and I took the. Yeah, he played very bad, knight h3, and I took the pawn. Yeah, I took the pawn, the best move. He can move rook g1, and he moved to hf1. Then I took the knight. Should I took the knight? I could play queen d4 or knight d4, and then I completely win the game. I can completely checkmate the opponent. He can only play here, and I can take the bishop. Then position, okay, the engine refused to find some good move. It finds some only strange moves. Okay, so I take the knight, and right now the rook should take the bishop. Yeah, and then I have, if the rook takes the bishop, in that case I just have a rook for the for the bishop, and 2, 4, 5 pawns as well. So I got what I wanted, in fact, in that case. So, but he played bishop to protect something, and then I play e6 or e3, and after the queen takes, and queen takes, so he moved his knight. Knight. Then I attack again. I attack for the checkmate. He took the pawn, and I check. He takes, I take, and now so I have a queen and rook for, yeah, queen and rook for 2 pieces, for bishop and knight. And of course this position is already so good for me. Plus I have 4 pieces, 4 pawns. So I just need to move my, in this position I don't know what to do actually, because every move I can win something. Okay, thank you very much for watching this game. I think you like it, and in this game I demonstrate very nice combination, very nice tactical game. So in this game I demonstrate very good tactical and sorry. In this game I demonstrate strategical method to fight against London, very famous London defense, and the suggestion is not to deal with the queen queen's gambit structure of pawns like e6, d5, but doing the Indian scheme. So in this game, I demonstrate how the Indian scheme is effective against London system, a very famous London system. So every amateur player start playing London system, and his ranking increases. His skills do not increase, but his ranking increases because actually it's difficult to play against London system again, especially if you are a beginner. Whatever you do, you are gonna lose sooner or later, because you will blunder, or you make a blunder, or you just feel tired of playing this game. And because beginner players don't have enough skills to fight against this structure, pawn structures like c3, d4, e3, and also bishop on f4. It's actually a problem for the beginners. Therefore, everybody who start playing London system gets advantage over the other players. However, if one learns how to play Indian systems with counterattacks on e5 and c5, he would be successful against. He would be able to play successfully against the London system, because London system actually is made for protection against the Queen's Gambit structure of black. So when black play e6, d6, d5, and c6, so London system helps because there is no counter attack by black. However, if you already attack c5 and then you attack e5, you break the superior pawn on the d4. You break defense of this pawn, because first c5 you take the pawn, the opponent can play with e3, take with e3 d4 or c3 d4. When you play c5, so you remove the second defensive pawn, and then the d pawn becomes very weak. Therefore, when you start playing two attacks, c5 and e5, so so white needs to exchange the pawn, and then position of white becomes little bit strange and defenseless in general. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like it, and I hope you like my experience in this game and understand it. See you next time. Bye bye.